Hey, all the marble heads out there. Welcome to another episode of In the Marbles. I'm Matt Beamer. Got a great show in store for you today. Kyle Summers is going to be on the show. Got some big news from his neck of the woods up there in Indiana. We were going to have him on last week, but now we finally got him on. But if you're joining us from the Unhinged Sports Network, welcome to the show. If you're joining us from your regular podcast platform, welcome as well. And as every episode, I'm joined by co-host Preston Lude. Preston, how's it going? How's your Thanksgiving, man?
Thanksgiving was good. I almost said eventful. I don't know why. Probably just say full of food.
Yeah, we were pretty full of food too, as well at the firehouse.
Yeah, went to 3 different houses for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I didn't eat at every single one, but I still got plenty of food to take home as well. So
good.
Leftovers for a couple days is always a good thing after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you mentioned that on last episode. Leftovers for days, and yes. I had leftovers for days. We deep fried 2 turkeys at the firehouse, and I had leftovers for days on end.
How was Thanksgiving at the firehouse?
It was uneventful, which is great, which is exactly what you want on Thanksgiving. Well, which is exactly what you want at the firehouse regardless, because that means everybody's had a good day.
Right. There's nobody's having a bad day.
We only had 1 call, and it was an alarm. Nobody burned down their house with the turkey fryer. So
That's
good. It was good. It was a good day. But man, yeah, and then I worked out of 96 hours from Thursday to Sunday, I worked 72 of them.
Oh.
So it was a long weekend, but done with that now, and now we're back onto the 24-48 off.
That's good. So just an uneventful weekend altogether, though, right? Hopefully?
Yes and no.
Okay.
There was some eventful stuff in there, but we won't go into details about that.
No, we don't have to do that.
But I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving out there and in the Marbles Nation. And like I said at the top of the show, we're going to have Kyle Summers coming on later. He's going to be talking about his big news. He's got some big news he wanted to share with us, and we're glad that he's doing that with us here at In the Marbles.
I'm pretty stoked to hear what kind of big news he's got.
Yeah, you weren't here. You were here for that episode 24. And if you want to, go back and listen to Kyle talk about his life and racing career.
Yeah.
But you weren't there for the actual interview. You came after the interview.
Yeah, it was the scheduling was a little off, but it's okay. You know, I went back and listened to him anyways after you had done the interview. So
yeah, and he did mention beforehand that he wanted to come back on the show, and we're glad that he's back on, and it's going to be a great interview. Can't wait to have him on here later. But man, what an eventful weekend. And just a disclaimer, folks, besides the Kyle Summers interview and him being on the show, this is going to be a Formula One heavy episode.
Yeah, aside from the maybe 1 or 2 little news tidbits that might involve NASCAR, this is going to be probably heavily Formula One.
It will be. And I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. We're going to get into the news, cover the news, and then we have a lot to talk about this episode from Bahrain.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. A lot of our opinions are going to be exploited here. But it's going to be a good one. Hope you guys stick around for that. And we'll just go ahead and hop into the news. All right. I didn't find anything because the racing world has been saturated with one thing. And we know what that one thing is. Roman Grosjean's crash at Bahrain. We're going to get more into that during our weekend review here at In the Marbles. But do you have any other news associated with racing?
Yes. So AJ Allmendinger is going to be running for Colleague Racing in the Xfinity Series next year, but
which he already has been.
Yeah, I think it was probably one of those things that they were just, I guess he was kind of in limbo what he's really going to do, but there was no, I don't know if he's going to run a full season or what. So still kind of up in the air on that one, but
he deserves a full-time ride.
Yeah, he does. And Corey LaJoie, just not long ago, is going to race for Spire Motorsports next year now that they're fielding 2 cars.
Good.
And he was going to leave Go Fast Racing, and he got in contact with Spire Motorsports, and he looks like he's going to be the one taking the lead in that whole team, it looks like. So there's still going to be a 2-car team.
Right.
He's going to be fielding the number 7 car.
Oh, good.
I still believe they're going to be running Chevrolets. So I think there's more news to come out of that in the weeks to come. I think there's some kind of partnership too, but they'll come out with all that as well. But Corey LaJoie just tweeting out that he's going to be running for Spire Motorsports, which is good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish, he was trying hard for that 48 seat, and you can't blame him. That went to Alex Bowman. And, I don't know if Spire is a part of Hendrick at all, an affiliation of Hendrick. but if so, they need a, I don't know, that's a C team.
Yeah, they're moving into the Levine Family Racing's old shop.
Okay, so that's right. That is right by Charlotte Motor Speed. Are they taking over the charter, or are they taking over that charter? It would be good if they did, because one of my friends, I think, would have a spot on the team.
I'm not sure. There was no clarification on what, if they were taking over that charter or whatnot, but I just know that they have secured. They've got 2 cars they're going to run next year. So,
all right, fun. Nice.
I think there's in the article that was posted on Forbes.com, there was some kind of a 5-year plan that Corey LaJoie said he was invested in. So
interesting.
We'll have to see how it goes.
Okay. Well, that's like we've said countless times on the show. We'll have to wait and see. A 5-year plan is a lot can happen in 5 years.
Yeah.
Heck, a lot can happen in a year.
Well, the team was building and getting ready for the new Gen 7 car coming out, but since everything got pushed back, then their plans have kind of been pushed back a little bit more too, because they were really heavy on making sure that they had everything ready for that.
Right, everybody was.
Yeah. So,
but we talked about it last episode. I'm kind of glad everything's okay. Stop. Let's reassess this. You got a mulligan, NASCAR. Use it wisely.
Yeah. So now we don't have Gen 7 next year, but we get a shakeup in the schedule. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes first before we go any further than that.
That is very true. But hey, any other news?
No. Ken Squire's doing well. He's out of the hospital
That's
rehab
good.
center. So that's about it.
That's good, man. And I see that you brought some goodies to the table here.
So I've had this Jeff Gordon hat for quite some time in the closet, and I totally forgot about it. Don't you die? See where you're going there.
You almost got me there. You almost got me there.
Almost got you. So, yeah, and then this little small diecast car, I've had that one for a while too. But this hat, I mean, God, I can't remember when I even got that hat. It was well over 15 years ago, probably.
Yeah, I know. I got my Jeff Gordon hat. If I could, I don't even see it. Yeah, I see it. And I'll show it to everybody there on YouTube. But
I also have.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah, I've got a couple.
That was my first NASCAR hat too. Was a Jeff Gordon hat.
Yeah, I have a few different Jeff Gordon hats. One of them, the DuPont one, which I used to wear a lot. It's still at home somewhere too. But I brought my other favorite driver. Well, he's not retired, Paul Menard.
Yeah, but hey, both of them are technically retired. But hey,
yeah,
that's awesome, man. Good.
So
good aesthetics for the studio.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very nice, man.
Bring some more stuff in eventually.
Yeah, but man, that's about all the news we have here. It's a very slow news week, but we got a lot to talk about on top of the Kyle Summers coming on to the show later on in the show. We got to talk Formula One, but we will do that after this read from Teespring and a sponsorship plugs from the Unhinged Sports Network. This is In the Marbles, and we'll be right back with a very lengthy talk about the Formula One race in Bahrain. Hey race fans, want more In the Marbles content? Make sure to subscribe below and check out our videos over here.